That was a dreadful night's sleep. This is the noisiest spot I've found. It was really hot, and I was awake at 4, half 4, something like that. And I've been lying here sort of dozing since then. It's now 20 past 6. So I've given up. I'm going to get up and make a coffee. And I'm going to hit the road, Jack. Last full day today. Celebrating the double decker while my coffee boils. I'm going to hit the road ASAP. Don't like this lay-by. So here we go, the sun rises on my last full day. Out here in the Llandrindod Wells, which sounds amazing, except it's quite a busy, noisy road. Well, I had to stop really, didn't I? But why? Just because you see a sign saying Ndola. I was born in Ndola. I ain't never seen it mentioned anywhere. It's a town in Africa. So, what do you reckon? Ndola, drive! Hey, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be an amazing last full day. So, I'm feeling refreshed now. Woo-hoo. I need fuel. And I need to remind my friends or my girlfriend, so either Alison or Mike, to bring sushi rice, sushi vinegar and sugar, because we want to have sushi for the last nightly meal. Woo-hoo! Okay, so I'm blasting my... Wow, where's this? Is this Coningsby? So I'm just passing an airfield now. We're in the heart of Lincolnshire, Bonnet County. I'm running past an airfield right now. Down, 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 down. There we go. Bouncing bomb. Oh. Even more boring. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the flatlands of the Fens. I've crossed over the aptly named ooze. That's so appropriate for a drain that is just oozing mud and silt. If you want to know about the Fens, and in a fascinating context, you want to read the book Waterland by Graham Swift. It's a marvellous book. It's set in the Fens in the 1930s, and it tells the history of the Fens, and it's just wonderful. But this, the A17 to Kingsley and across Lincolnshire and across the Fens, is my most hated road in the whole world. It's flat and featureless, it's boring and dull, and it's tedious. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm not very, very, very much mistaken, this van in front of me is a Toyota Hiace. Looky, looky. Hey, we are matching. How cool is that? So finally I get to follow on and film it side on. It's a few years newer than mine, so yeah, it's really good. Got loads of bikes on the back. It's got the high top and the harder roof. But yeah, really cool, really good to see. And got a wave out of it. We're not like them V-dubbers, common as muck they are. They don't even, they'd have RSI if they wave to each other. Bloody nightmare. No, us Hiace drivers, we're a breed apart. Look at that, look at that. Here we go, now going over Sutton Bridge and the River Nene. This is a lovely bridge. The drive's a bit better from here, or better looking at least. Well, here we are, the homecoming, as it were. Today's final destination is Weybourne car park. When I have my days off, I come and I sleep here. I come and do a couple of dives and I sleep, and I do a couple more dives and I go home. Great diving, great kayak fishing, It's just a fantastic spot. It's peaceful, it's calm, it's marvellous. And it's flat, first of all. Secondly, I can get myself some solar energy. Well, I had beautiful clear water all around the coast. I had lovely sunshine when I left. I'm at Weybourne. The first 100 metres is just brown. It looked at the walk-in time of 11 o'clock, it just looked undoable on the wreck. No viz either, so I'm not diving. Well, leftovers to use up, so I'm finishing off my chilli as a quick lunch. That's in the Rich Monkey. I'll just pop on my feta cheese and some red pepper relish to be done. There we go, all done. Now I must say that that spice packet that I got, that was really nice. 2 of those in, nice flavour, nice heat. So I'll get some more of those and just stick them in the van for next time I'm away. Right, so decided to go and fish. I've got to make sure I time it right, because I don't want to get caught by a dumping wave like that. Just go kick my arse. I'll go over, all my gear will get wet and it's me buggered. So as always, it's just a case of timing. Just wait. There's number 3 big one, number 4 bigger one's coming in. Now he's going to dump and then that's going to drop down, you see. That's going to flatten for a little while. There we go, now's your time to pull in. Nice and flat, get out nice and easy. Job's a good one. So I can't dive. I decided not to dive. I just spoke with some divers who tried and they come straight back out again. Couldn't see anything. It's like a washing machine. So now I'm going to have to give it a go fishing. Fingers crossed. Well, I'm out and about. Got out, no bother at all. Straight away, nice and flat. Brilliant. So I've just rigged up and I'm going to try and find some bass for my tea. Maybe mackerel if I'm lucky as well. Well, it was a very lacklustre affair. The fishing. Couldn't actually find the wreck. The clarity of the water isn't really there, the sunlight's gone, but I did finally, as I gave up and had one last drift, catch me a fish, and I'm really chuffed. This is a scad, also known as a horse mackerel, and it's the first one I've ever caught, so I'm really chuffed. I can also put a sea search record in for that because it's not a common occurrence, or not commonly logged. We don't see them diving, so I'm really chuffed. There we go, scad, horse mackerel. And that is going to be a nice bit of sushi, ain't you fella? Lovely. I'll finish with the fishing. The sun's come out, didn't dive, but Mike's popped down. So we've gone for a little walk. There's Mike there. There you go, we last saw him in Wales. Now, we just found this bit of concrete, surrounded with brick, and this is a pillbox, pretty much buried. Not of a massive amount of interest to us, so I'm not going to make too much of a meal of it. However, this is part of something larger. Now, we can't see it yet, but we will, won't we, Mike? We certainly will. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What is that you see on the cliff top there? Does it look like a pair of 3.7-inch Vickers anti-aircraft guns? No, that third one is a 40mm Bofors. That's a light anti-aircraft gun. Let's see if we can get closer. So this is at the Muckleborough collection, and Weybourne itself was a training camp, anti-aircraft training camp, which my grandfather did attend at times. During the war I don't think so, but certainly 253 battery did, because it's recorded in the war diary. Anyway, these gun pits, they're the original gun pits that I believe were excavated with help of the army. Wall engineers maybe? There's some pillboxes there as well. We'll see if we can get a bit closer. Here we go, boys and girls. 2 3.7-inch Vickers anti-aircraft guns and a 40mm Bofors in their original sightings, original positions. Let's go have a closer look. This is absolutely fantastic. Look. So this is a different design to what we saw at Tonfanau and on Orkney. Okay, you can see the big bolts and the holdfasts. So that circular pit, around it you've got your ammunition bunkers,
Of course, this isn't an operational site, it's a training site, so they just need the ammunition bunkers going round. Look at it, it's awesome. So they'd be firing lots and lots of ammunition out of there. There we go, here's the second one, which we can actually see the coastline as well. And I know my grandfather came here for training. Look. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Load the shell in there. Boom. Shooting up. Boom, boom, boom. It's the towed drogue target aircraft. Firing up at the drogues pulled by the target aircraft. Cranking round by hand to turn the gun. These are the static guns, as you can see with the mountings. Now you've got a little entranceway in there. Brilliant. What a marvellous thing to be able to do, to look at these in situ. That's what I've been talking about all this time. History in context. See, now, as you've probably gathered from my previous videos, A, I'm hardcore, B, I'm stupid. So instead of climbing over this fence like I did to go in, I'm crawling under it, under the barbed wire, like I'm some sort of like Viet Cong man. That's me, that's me. Look at that. You've got to admit, guys and girls, I am the coolest dude you ever known, and the most fantastic person you ever seen on YouTube. I am the one and only. Mike's down there, he's found himself a seal. I saw him. So Mike, knowing that you're a mechanic and everything, when you said earlier that you'd blown a seal, who's this? Who's this? Who's my little Wurzel? My little Wurzel. Hello, Mr. Boy. Hello. Well, look, there she is. There's Alison. We haven't seen her since she made me breakfast on day one. Yeah. Look at that.
Half a cup of coffee.
Maybe half a cup of coffee. Look at my little boy Wurzel's back. Look. You gonna say hello? Oh,
we had two young lads, 17-18-year-old young lads.
I've just been and looked. And looked at that Weybourne toilet that you told me about.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It doesn't smell. Well, it's just there's a big pile of paper and poo and pee.
I had a good look at the Weybourne, the newly installed Weybourne chemical environmental toilet.
It's not chemical.
No. What a load of old shit. Well, just parked up in Cromer to get fish and chips. I used to come here all the time as a kid. I loved it. My grandmother, she actually had a beach hut at the bottom of the ramp. But look at this beautiful little old comma camper van. Look at that. Same age as my Spit, 1973-74. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Here we are at Cromer on the cliffs, on West Cliff, for the piers, and look, that's their famous grazing goats. He's very horny, that one. Look how horny that goat is. So we're in Cromer. I've driven over to Cromer because there's some really nice fish and chips at the top of the ramp, but the queue was massively long. However, oh, it is here as well. No, it's a shorter queue. This behind me is Mary Jane's. Al's like, no, there's a queue. Well, it's going to take us an hour to walk anywhere else. I went in here once with my grandfather and my father, so this is where we're going for our fish and chips. I saw sense. The queue was too long to be doing. I can't be doing it. Well, we didn't get the fish and chips. We're cooking. Why, Alison? Why? Because we've been fanning around, haven't we, Alison? What have we been doing?
You were refusing to pay a lot of money for fish and chips.
18 quid. For fish.
And the queues are stupid.
Queues are stupid. So we've been fanning around, haven't we?
Yeah.
What have we been doing?
Fanning around.
Sourdough bread. And we've got maple pork steaks. Look at that. In the Ridge Monkey. Richie would be pleased. He'd be excited now. Lovely. Right, Alison, in the sunset, look at that lovely sky. No, you're supposed to look at it when I'm like looking at that, not you. Not, oh dear. Right, so we have got 2 Orkney beers. We've got Northern Lights Blonde Ale and Orkney Gold New World Pale Ale. So would you like to come and sample the 2?
Yeah.
I've got Northern Lights especially because you want to see the Northern Lights. Well, you can see those Northern Lights. What do you think of that?
It's nice.
It's nice? Nice. Okay. Try the Orkney Gold, because I never get you any gold.
No. But you do get ahead.
You've been watching too many YouTube videos. Dirty wench.
That's nice as well.
Look at this, right? So sourdough bread and a maple pork steak. Sandwich. Let's try it. That's good. Well done, Tesco.